I'm going to share with you a super powerful skill that you can learn to develop, and it will really improve your professional and personal life. Networking. Networking is an incredible tool when you know how to use it properly. Now, there's a lot of feelings around networking that people, sometimes are uncomfortable. They feel awkward. They have fear. They have anxiety, especially introverts, where they walk into an event, they don't know anybody, they're nervous, and they don't know how to approach people. And sometimes they'll just stand alone. I've been in a lot of networking events where people stand alone and they don't know what to do. Also, they can put a lot of pressure on themselves to sound professional and perfect because they want to impress their boss, or maybe they're an entrepreneur and they're trying to increase their revenue. And that's an incredible amount of pressure on a person that's already anxious. Then you have extroverts like me. Now, it's easier for me to go into a big event and meet people than an introvert, but sometimes it can be some pressure on myself as well. And sometimes extroverts talk too much. They overpromote. They oversell themselves. They concentrate too much on trying to meet as many people as they can and pass their card out to them. These are mistakes. These are mistakes with networking, and I'll go into it more. So I want to share with you the do's and the don'ts for networking. But first, let me give you some of my experience to make me credible. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years, different businesses, and I've been networking for 30. Very, very involved with networking in chambers of commerce in the US. Very, very popular there. My digital marketing company developed a lot of websites for chambers of commerce. I was very involved with a lot of the events and networking, volunteer work, and helping them out. The other thing I did was I was involved with an organization called BNI, which is Business Networking International. And that's a more structured, specifically for learning how to network. You get training, you hold positions, leadership positions, offices. Each group is called a chapter, and it runs from 25 to maybe 60 people in the group. And then you have little groups, like subgroups in that group, called power teams, which I'll go into later. So I have trained people and received a lot of training and experience around networking. So I know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to share with you my 10 most important networking tips. And they all fall into 3 different categories. One would be develop and nurture relationships, connecting with people, and connecting people with mutual benefits. It doesn't have to serve you, okay? And following up. You never want to say something and don't follow up and do it. Always be accountable. These are the 3 categories we're going to fall in. Relationships, connecting people, follow up. Okay? All right. Now, I want to say the most important thing in anything in life, and networking being no different than anything else, is your approach. If you have the approach to go into that event, to have fun, meet new friends, help others, and just connect, you are already putting yourself in a really good position to be successful in that event. That's the most important thing. If you start to have little thoughts creeping in your head of, oh, you're not doing this perfect, that there's no, relax, okay? You don't want to go into it like that. You're going into it to meet new people, have fun, connect, okay? And see how you can help them, okay? Meet new people, connect, see how you can help them. That is the best approach to networking, right? Okay, here we go on our tips. Number 1, preparation. That includes several things. Preparing your headspace. How are you feeling? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling fearful? What do you need to do to calm yourself down? Do you need to have good positive self-talk? Do you need to write a little bit? Do you need to meditate? Do you need to talk to somebody? Do you need to exercise? All of these things are great ways to calm yourself down. You just have to find the things that work for you, okay? do you need to, do some deep breathing? That's physiologically, scientifically proven to calm yourself down. So are the other things that I mentioned. So whatever you need to do to prepare your mind to have a really good, positive approach to have fun, connect, and help people, okay? Homework. You might do some homework. It depends. It depends on the network. It depends on who's going to be there, right? If you know somebody's going to be there, or you think someone might be there that you want to connect with, maybe you want to do business with their company, maybe you want to, do something with them somehow. Especially if you want to, connect with them and show them that you're interested in them or their company, do your homework. Find out a little bit more about the person in the company. This is the same like if you were interviewing. This is advice I give for people when they interview. Before you interview and have that, face-to-face interview with somebody, do some homework on the company. Go to the About page. Go see what they're doing. Are they helping the community in some way? Are they doing volunteer work? Are they donating something of their time and their money? There's a lot of different things that a company can do that is impressive and good. Maybe the way they treat their employees is exceptional. Find something. Do some homework. Do a few little things. And then in conversation, you don't have to say, I went up to your website and saw this. You can just say, oh, yeah, I really like the way you do this. And I really like the way, the company does, helps the community or helps other people that work for them and how they treat their employees, et cetera, okay? Just doing a little homework tells that person, oh, they're prepared. Oh, they're interested. And that's very, very important when you're meeting a person for anything. And now remember, at the beginning of the video, I said these things will help you professionally and personally. I'm talking about professionally right here, but all of these things can help you personally as well. And I don't have enough time in the video to go on each one personally, but totally help you personally, okay? Your elevator pitch. Prepare your elevator pitch. Now, an elevator pitch is, hi, my name's Michele Schalin, Mindful Transformation. I help people with their personal development and spiritual growth, and I can share with you techniques and exercises that teach you to learn to have more control over your thoughts and change your subconscious beliefs. Now, notice I stuttered just a little bit there. That's the kind of thing you want to practice so it comes out smooth, okay? And you practice it out loud. You say it out loud to yourself until you feel really good about it. And then it doesn't sound rehearsed. You got to practice it out loud and say it out loud. So just something really easy like that will help people be interested to see, oh, really? Now, your elevator pitch should be interesting and kind of lead into a conversation, not just, hi, I'm Michele Schalin, I'm a chiropractor, and I work with the chamber. There's nothing to say. People be like, oh, okay. But if I say, hi, I am a transformational coach, and I can help you have more control over your thoughts and change your subconscious beliefs. Most people would be, really? Tell me, how do you do that? I want to talk to you later about this when I have time or something like that. So try to get an elevator pitch that piques interest where it can lead into a conversation, okay? Have an intention or a goal before you go in. Now, the highest of intention, like I said at the beginning, is to have a good time, look to meet people, and see how you can help. That's the best intention, the highest one. But you can have a goal underneath that. Okay, I'm going to try to meet 5 new people today, and I'm going to listen to what they say and see how I can help them, and then I can share my business card, and that's my goal. I'm going to meet 5 new people. Or I know that Susie Smith is going to be at that event, and my goal is to get to know her better. I want to know more about what she's doing because I'm fascinated with her company, and I wonder if maybe I can be involved with something she's doing because she really inspires me. So, something like this. Now, if that person isn't there, okay, then you move on. But if you know for sure, that's a perfect intent. Or you can maybe have a couple of goals. If you can't do this one, then maybe you can do this one, okay? But that really helps you relax and, just stay focused, and you're there to meet people, have fun, and you're going to go after a couple of people or meet 5 new people or whatever your goal is, right? Okay, not an event. This is super important. A lot of people miss this in networking. This is an ongoing activity. Okay, this is one event, but this is an ongoing activity. Networking is developing and nurturing relationships. That's the bottom line, period. Again, professional and personal help you dramatically in all areas of your life, right? But it's really important to understand this is not one time I go to this event and then I don't see these people until the next event. No, you maybe email and text and follow up. And, oh, remember we talked about that the other day at that event? This is what I was talking about. This was the website, or this is the person. Let me introduce you to on an email, and do an introduction email, okay? Even if it has nothing to do with you at all, you're just helping that person. You're helping them connect, you're helping them with an idea, you're helping them maybe with a resource like a website, book, video, whatever. It's an ongoing thing where you're nurturing the relationship, all right? People love that when they have interest, when you're interested, when you're helpful, they like you. That's a helpful thing. You're a personable person. You're trying to help them. People work with people that they like. People do business with people that they like. If they don't like you and they don't like the way you are, if you're too pushy or you just don't follow up, or you're kind of negative, they're probably not going to want to do business with you. So super important to have all those things in a row, all the do's. Okay, quality, not quantity. Okay, this is a mistake that people make, I have done, where I'm trying to meet too many people and passing my cards out. That's like my big thing. Gotta pass my cards out. Quality is a lot more valuable than the quantity. Nurture the relationship. Listen to what that person wants. Listen to what they're looking for. How can you help them? And then you can say, hey, I know something that could really help you. And if they don't, give me your card. Let me contact you, and I'll send you this information. And then most of the time they'll ask for your card, and then you get to pass your card out instead of kind of shoving it in people's faces, okay? Give me your card. It sounds really interesting. I would love to talk to you more about that, or learn how you do that, or tell me more, all right? So, or if you don't have the time, oh, wait, I don't have the time right here. I have to talk to Joe, but give me your card, because I want to email you and I want to get back to you on this, because this is really important, and I can help you, or I really want you to help me some way, your service, et cetera, okay? Don't be afraid to initiate. You can be the first person to talk. If you see that person over by themselves, standing by themselves and feeling awkward, you'll be their hero if you just walked up to them and say, hey, what's your name? Hi, my name's Michelle. What do you do? Oh, you don't have to immediately talk about the networking event. You can talk about something else that, just break the ice. Talk about maybe a little news, or the weather. Okay. Oh, we're finally out of the quarantine. Stuff like that. Be careful on the topics. Yeah, probably not a good idea, political, but you can break the ice with something else. But dude, you'll be here. They'd be so happy that someone came up and talked to them. If you're walking through the crowd and you meet eyes with somebody and they're standing and not having a conversation with somebody, go up to them. Don't be afraid. You're all there for you're all there for mainly the same reason, to meet people. You might have different intentions and different goals, but you're all there for the main reason of meeting more people for whatever goal you have, all right? And you can talk to somebody, and once you talk to them, you think, no, this isn't a person that I can help, or maybe, you want to move on to talk to somebody else. It's very easy to do. You can say, you can easily think of someone you can introduce them to, walk them over to somebody, and then, I got to go talk to somebody else, and leave and walk away. That's the best way. That's a really clever, easy way to do it. But you don't be afraid to initiate. You're all there to meet people. Be present. Wow. Oh, this is so important. Okay, yes, you're there to meet people, but if you're talking to somebody and you're in conversation with this person, you do not want to be, oh, yeah, You do not want to be doing that. That's rude, and it'll leave a very poor, how they think about you. A very poor representation of yourself. Okay, so you really, if you're talking to somebody and they're talking to you, look in the person's eyes. You could go, what? 1 second. Oh, okay, and you say, excuse me for a second. Oh, I thought I saw somebody I needed to talk to. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I want to hear what you say. And just if you take a break, excuse yourself. Don't just be looking around while the person's talking to you. Don't be looking at your phone. That's rude. It's terrible. That person thinks you have no interest in them at all, and all you're trying to do is sell them something. All right. So let's stay away from that. Be present. Look into the eyes all the time. Okay. Listen. Listen more than you talk. Listen to the details that they're telling you. They will give you all kinds of hints about things they're looking for, things that they're interested, and you just, when I talk to a person, I'm listening to them, I just have my mind real open, and as they talk and they say they need certain things, oh yeah, I have an event coming up for my company, and I need to find a caterer in the area. Oh, I know a great caterer. I've worked with her several times, and she's amazing and very affordable and super professional. The food's amazing. Really? Tell me about her. So let me introduce you. She's right there. I can see her. And you walk them over. Or you'll follow up with an email. Oh, I don't have her email on me right now, but I'll send the link to, send you her website link, and she's amazing. Maybe the person needs a little help in training their employees. Maybe they're looking, anything. You can offer a person that can help them, a video you saw, a book you read. And it's not that you're here to give everybody advice, but networking is all about helping each other. That's the best way you can grow your business and find the connections you need to further yourself in your professional or personal life. It's the same thing. Okay? Maybe not further yourself in the personal life, but listening, being present, all these things, when you develop these skills more professionally, they roll over to your personal life and improve your relationships. Nurturing, developing your personal relationships. You see what I'm saying? Networking's professional and personal. It's fantastic. If you work on developing it in your professional life, you will see how it overlaps in your personal life. Absolutely. It will change the way you communicate. Okay, so be careful. When you're talking to people, again, you want to listen more. You don't want to constantly promote. You have to be really careful about this. Give. Always look at how you can give. Like I said, it sometimes it could be nothing to do with you. Okay, you can connect a person. Excuse me. You can connect a person together. Something that's going to help them together. It has nothing to do with you. Oh, this person, they need a plumber, and this person needs a contractor for that building. Oh, I know 2 guys could work great for you. Let me help you and get you over there. Let me send the email, whatever. That giving and giving and giving is when you get back. People will really appreciate that you made the effort and that you followed up. You did what you said you were going to do. And you introduced them to something that really helped them. It could be something minor that you think that could be a huge thing for them. So always look how you can help and give and connect. And don't worry about being beneficial for you. In the long run, it's always beneficial for you because they'll remember that you gave them that connection. They'll appreciate you. They'll have a good memory of you. They think you're helpful, you're nice. And if they have to, oh, wow, I need somebody. I want to have a coach. I'm really working on my personal development. Oh, I know this woman that I really like a lot. She helped me and was super helpful, and I think you might like her. That's how it works. So when it's karma, You give good, try to help other people and give good information, help them as best you can. It will come back to you all the time. Okay, maybe not immediately, but it will. All right. Now I want to talk about this a little bit with the power teams, because this is about giving and connecting people. When I was in BNI, we had these small little groups within the large organization of our chapter. It's a large organization with a bunch of little chapters, and then we have these little tiny power groups, power teams inside each chapter. So I could give 2 examples of a power team. A power team would be a realtor, a plumber, electrician, a builder, a mortgage person, this kind of thing that around houses and construction, okay? Or you can have an event planner, a hairdresser, a caterer, a cake maker, a photographer, a videographer, okay? These are all people that can work together on just ongoing events and weddings and things like that. So you get these small companies. The big companies, they don't worry about this. They already have, a lion's share of business. These are small companies, entrepreneurs that I'm talking about, small, medium businesses. So what they can do is they pass clients around with them. Okay, the same kind of clients will be using all these same different services. They need them. Every person that buys a house or selling a house is going to need all these services. Any person that's going to have any kind of event, especially a wedding, they're going to need all these services. So you help each other build your business. So you can do that in just your everyday networking. You can know that certain people. You don't have to meet with this team all the time. It depends on the situation. You can. But you can also have your own personal networking little network that you use, and you go, oh yeah, and you put them together, and you can all work together and pass little clients out to each other, okay? And it's wonderful because it's it's word of mouth. They get a warm lead. Is when you say, oh, Susie is a caterer that I know, she's amazing, and Joe is this photographer I know that worked for several weddings that people I knew, and he did an amazing job. Let me give you this information. And so this is what power teams are like. You help build your businesses together. It's amazingly effective. And when all of the people on the team are dedicated and responsible, they're responsible about giving warm leads and following up with that person and always being accountable. It's magic. It works really great. Okay, no negativity, super important. Don't start it, and don't get sucked into any kind of conversation that's negative at that event. You're not going to talk negative about a person. You're not going to talk negative about that event, because that for sure can lead into really slide down. And people are going to walk away from that remembering. Even if that person started the negative conversation and you engage with them, if you start gossiping in a negative way about anybody, or the event's no good, or blah blah blah, they'll remember that you gossiped, and whether they gossiped with you or not, or just listened to you, they're going to know that if you gossip about somebody else, you're going to gossip about that person too. If you're a person that gossips a lot, you talk about anybody, even the people you gossip with. So always stay on the up and up. And be positive, because if you engage in that kind of negative conversation, not only is it bad for your reputation, because people talk, it will take your mood down, okay? And then you got to try to get up again. All right, I feel negative about this event, but I got to be positive and get into this again. You just want to stay on a positive note the whole time and just have fun, relax, have a good time. Follow up. I've said it several times. Being accountable is super, super important. You have got to stay on this. If you say you're going to do something and don't follow through, people are just going to stop listening to you. They're just going to turn you off, and maybe when you say something, they'll be like, okay, she's a big talker. She doesn't really follow through with what she says. So if you say you're going to do something, do it. A lot of times, especially when you go to an event and you meet a lot of different people, let's say, and you talk, and you want to keep track of what you said. So what I would do is I would take little breaks, because you don't have to be talking to one person, constantly talk to another person, constantly talk to another person. Take a break. You talk to one person and say, oh, okay, I told them about this, and they told me this. I need to take some notes. So what I would do is I would have a little piece of paper, a small notepad. Sometimes if I I would write something on their card, their business card, that made me think sometimes too, if I didn't have enough time. Just write a word or a short phrase that will help me remember what they told me. But I would keep track of what a person told me and what I told them I could do, or what I was going to do, and how I was going to follow up, or whatever. Okay? So that is super important. And then that will help you be accountable. They'll help you remember. It's not hard. It just takes the right approach, the right mentality to be positive, meet people, have fun, try to help, and take the pressure off yourself to be perfect. And just, take breaks in between. Take a little note. I think that's super important. Little note about who you talk to. And then go, okay, I'm ready to meet someone else now. Or, oh, there's Sue, I know her. And then walk over there. There's something I wanted to add too before I finish. This is really important. Don't just hang. If you meet one person at the event and you think, oh, I really like this person, I'm going to hang with them, and you just stick with them the whole time, not a good choice, okay? You want to stay with them for a little bit, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, fine. But move on and say, hey, I'm going to let you network a little bit. I'm going to talk to some people over here. It's great talking to you. Let's connect, and I'll email you. And move on. If you just stay, you see people sometimes, maybe you've done it yourself, where you see a friend, you're getting comfortable talking to them, and then you don't want to venture out. You're comfortable, and you just hang there and talk to them like the entire time or half the time. And you both lose opportunities to meet people, and that's why you came there, all right? Really, really important. The other thing is, if you're in an ongoing event, this is something that I noticed a lot with the Business Networking International, BNI. Every week we would meet, all right? And even if you meet once a month, if you're meeting on a regular basis with a group of people, don't sit next to the same person all the time. If you can move around, it's best, because then you'll get to know other people. A lot of people just find their one spot and they always sit in that place, and then maybe 1, 2 people around them, and they don't get to know the other people as well. So if you start to move around, and I would always make a point every week I would go, well, unless I was the president and I had to be in a certain spot. If I was one of the attendees and I didn't have a leadership position, I would always sit next to somebody new, or sit in a new spot where at least I'll have 1 or 2 people new around me, so I can get to know them more and try to see how I can help them, and then people get to know you. If you're helpful and you're relaxed and friendly, people will want to do business with you. As long as you're professional and you're accountable, you don't have to be perfect. Because when you relax and you're yourself, then you give them permission to do the same thing. You're going to relax and and just have fun, make a couple jokes, whatever, just be yourself, and then they'll feel better. You can feel the energy change dramatically. When it's that awkward, stiff energy, or when people are just more relaxed, having a good time. Sometimes after 1 or 2 drinks, that helps. Be careful, don't get too many drinks. I have seen some people cause problems for themselves with their jobs, or a job they wanted, or something they shouldn't have said at a networking event because they had too much to drink. So you want, social lubricant is what we say in the United States, to help you relax a little bit, fine. But be careful with the quantity there, because that could cause you problems. The most important thing is have a good time. I know I've said that a bunch of times. Have a good time. Just approach it where you can help people. If you have that approach with networking, you're going to have a good time, and you're going to help a lot of people, and people will want to do business with you. All of these skills overlap to your personal life. Listening better, being present, looking in someone's eyes, being accountable. All these things help so much to improve your personal life too. And it just takes a little practice, just practice and look at the progress that you make. When you go, oh, look at that. I did really good. I felt more comfortable that time. I did this and this and this. And then when you make mistakes, let's say, you go, okay, I noticed I did that. I don't want to do that next time. Do not beat yourself up. Get the self-critic out of your head. It has no place being there. You're there to meet people and help. Okay? I hope some of this information helped you. I love networking. I'm a natural communicator, and I love to help people and connect people. So I love teaching people about it too because it's so helpful, and it just will make your life better. So thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.